I don't know how many fucking people. I've got two. That's probably us two anyway.
Let's see. That's all right.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people be at work. I know we probably won't get too many people in. Oh, I've got Tropical Aussies up Queensland. Yeah, he's up in Queensland, and a few will pop in because they're in lockdown in Sydney still. But
yeah,
I don't expect too many in the side chat because it's on the Monday here. So it's all good.
Right. Yeah, I'm usually off. Well, I started a new job here a couple months back, and so it's a new schedule for me. I work Tuesday through Saturday, so I get Sundays and Mondays off.
Yeah,
which is all good because if you got to do something on Monday, everything's open or whatever you need to take care of. But it's still hard to get used to.
Yeah, Stevie TV, he's up.
What's up, Steve?
Beers and bourbon. That's the way. For some reason I'm not getting the fucking pictures there. I don't know what the go is. Care factor. All good. So you started a new job. So you're still in the building, or?
Yeah. I'm still doing construction stuff, but I'm building houses now instead of fucking office buildings. Yeah, baseball stadiums and shit. Yeah, which is nice.
That one when you fucking showed it last year or so there on fucking Instagram, the field and all that. Fuck, they're amazing.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool job. There's a few cool ones in between a bunch of crappy ones. I dig where I'm at now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we fucking only moved up here about 20 years ago, and it was when fucking 9/11 and all that fucking hit and started. I remember I was in bed and Mrs. come up and she's going, "Fuck, you should see this shit on telly." Going, "What? I thought it was a movie, but it's real." And that's when she told me about the planes.
It felt like a movie, yeah.
Well, I did, and then woke up the next morning. Obviously, that's all it was over the fucking telly for about 2 or 3 weeks. But
I was actually watching most of that happen live.
Yeah.
I happened to be off that day, and I just seen a report come across, about the first plane hitting. So I turned it on, and of course, saw the second one hit, and then the Pentagon, and then the one that went down in Pennsylvania. And it's just like, fucking hell. Crazy day.
You don't sort of hear too much about that one. That's been a bit zip-lipped, that one, the one that flew into the Pentagon. But,
there's a lot of questions about all of it, but
exactly.
Yeah, they tend to underplay them as much as they can. It seems like. But we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I'll be here. I'll have you on all night.
That's like on me live I did the other week in the happy hour one. We got talking about it. Everyone can remember where they were when it all hit and whatnot. And it's just one of those things. It's even like music, when you hear your first song on the radio and all that, you remember where you've been or what you were doing at the time, if you hear a good one and all that type of shit. And
and plus I'm old enough to remember the first time it got bombed back in '93 when they pulled a truck bomb down in the parking garage underneath it and blew it up. But I remember that one too.
Nah, it's a lot like that. You don't hear about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But, like I said before, we're lucky we got out of lockdown on Friday night. So my mate texted me next morning, my mate that we go forward driving and fishing with. He goes, "You want to go fishing?" And I walked into the kitchen. There's fucking pots and pans in the kitchen's a mess. I said, "Mate, you got to let me clean this up. Otherwise I won't be able to fucking get the pass out at all." So I cleaned that up. We did a big fishing. I had a good day. Got sunburnt and fucking it was awesome. Just caught fucking brim and fucking a few flathead, and it's just good to get out. Fucking then.
Oh sure, man. That shit after being locked down like that.
Come home and then fucking smashed a few beers and watched the footy, and it was a good weekend. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But okay, well, let's start it. I don't know if I can just couple and you're 3 in there. So we'll put the question along the bottom. There's only 13 questions. I ask everyone that comes on and whatnot. And it's just the simple one to start with. You know, what inspired you to do your YouTube channel? Well, I know we've been doing it sort of the same amount of time.
Yeah, I know. I think we started up, within weeks of each other, I believe. Yeah. I really just starting out, I was watching some motor vlogs and I was always a YouTube junkie anyway. And then, and I stumbled across that community and I'm like, shit, I've been riding all these years. I ride got some pretty cool locations around here. So why not throw a camera on and kind of share some of the rides through the mountains I've got in my area. And more or less just started out of that. And then, kind of blossomed into some other dumb shit. And now kind of come back first full circle where, I'm making music videos with some scenery to it now. So, but it was neat though. It was another neat aspect to add to the riding there for a while.
Yeah, that's
just being able to share that, and then get of course, meeting everybody was. What's up, home bees, Miss Peaches?
Yeah, Peaches, yeah.
Meeting everybody in the community through starting to publish these videos was really the coolest thing about it.
We're still trying to do that here. Like I organised the meetup, and then fucking COVID hit, and it's just stomped it all on the head. But we are planning to do one on the 4th of December. It's out west behind fucking Newcastle, out Putty Road. There's a cafe out there, and you get camp and all that, and buy beers and shit and all that out there.
Fucking oven's about to explode here.
It's not a microwave, is
it? Yeah. But yeah, we've had a couple meetups close by. There was Mr. G 1965 did a Virginia moto meetup down not too far from here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't get to make that one. The first one they had, it was the weekend my son graduated high school this year. And then they had another one just, I think, 2 weeks ago. And of course, that one we were right in the middle of this build that we do every year with one of the colleges where we bring the college students out and basically build a house in 3 days in a parking lot and put it on a truck and truck it out and set it on site. So the second one hit that weekend, so I didn't get to make either one.
Yeah. Also, so what part of America? Obviously, like down south, or what, down Virginia way, or what state? Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah, I'm in Southwest Virginia. So it's
bootlegging country.
It is. It is. We got Franklin County is world famous for the moonshine. That's where they used to bootleg.
I've seen the movie Lawless. I reckon it's a fucking ripper. You seen?
Yeah. Well, they're just on the other side of the mountain from me.
Yeah, it's about the Baker Ant boys way back when they tried to tax all the moonshine and the bootlegging and all that.
Yep, the Bondurants. Yep.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, something like that. He got a.
So it's kind of weird. I'm like right here. Bondurants would be over here on this side of the mountain. Hatfields and McCoys would be over here up in West Virginia and Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then down south, you've got Charlotte and North Carolina, all that area where all the NASCAR guys that started bootlegging out.
That's how they all started too, wasn't it? They were all bootlegging, all doing the running the moonshine to get away from the cops and all that. That's awesome. Awesome history, that. And I love it. The best scene in that whole movie, I reckon, is when they do it at the start and they dim the lights and you see all the pots burning, all the glow in the bush, and all the fucking skills in the scrub. I still reckon that's the best scene of the whole fucking movie. You're talking about moonshine bootleg, and then they pan it and see the whole country, and it all fucking lit up like life. All through
it became a quick way of life out here because you got a bunch of poor country farmers. Some of it's hard area to farm because it's mountainous. It's a lot of rock. So that was an easy way to subsidize income for every family out there, really.
You know,
that's why every family had a steel. Everybody had an uncle that, you know. So.
That's cool. I dig that history, like especially down that way, and how it was the sort of number one area for all the moonshiners and bootleggers, and how the NASCAR drivers and all that started.
They're still at it. They're still at it out there.
It's just more high advanced now. I can imagine what cars they're fucking using now.
Yeah. Well, now the law really don't give a shit about that now. They're more concerned about meth and hard stuff.
Yeah,
well, if you got caught with several cases now, it might just cost you a jar, you know.
Yeah. Just give us a case, you'll be right.
Yeah, that's right.
But drugs pretty bad here too. That ice, that's fucking everywhere, all around the country. Yeah. You're seeing in town, it's all skinny and all scabby, and it's like, money's too hard to earn and to waste it on that shit. But
it is. Plus, it turns them into freaking zombies, man.
Yeah. And then there's like that zombie drug deal that's fucking hit the coast here a few years ago. They just start fucking hallucinating and fucking throwing themselves off the roofs, thinking they're like zombies and they're fucking bulletproof and shit. They're not. They're just they soon find out, but yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we'll fucking jump on the next one. Pretty easy. Yeah, what other hobbies do you have not bike related? You're still doing the sort of martial arts type of boxing and all that? I remember you sort of into that there one stage.
I haven't done that in a while, man. I smashed my hand up a couple years back, and I got a titanium plate in there now, so it's kind of tough to get in there and really go after it. And plus, getting old, don't move as good as I used to.
Right. That's why I got this seat. Whenever I work on the bike, I don't have to fucking get on the ground because I'm rolling around trying to get up again.
Yeah. Other main hobbies, man, I don't have any that I really sink my teeth into, like the motorcycle stuff. I'm huge into that, tinkering on mine or helping a buddy tinker on his, or
because you got
something like that,
haven't you?
Yeah, and if you got a chopper, you've got the wrench on it. It's just inevitable, especially one that's made back in 1970.
Yeah,
but we do other stuff. I got 3 kids, so they eat up a lot of time. And well, I shouldn't say it like that. We like to spend a lot of time with them. So take the boys. We go shooting. Yeah. Got one that's getting ready to start driving, so we just picked him up a truck here. Yeah. Day before yesterday, trying to teach him how to drive a stick shift.
You got a paddock out back where you can start going for it, or they've been at it already?
What's that?
They got a paddock out back for him to drive in, or have they been going at it like that already, like paddock bashes and stuff?
No, a little bit already.
Because that's all we got. Our farms here, they call them paddock bashes, just old cars that aren't registered and all rusted out and fucking no windows. And you put them in the paddock out, and you just go for it, through the trees, up over the damn wall and shit like that. And
right, yeah, we got a bunch of fairgrounds up here that gets used maybe twice a year. So I'll take him up there, and I'll get out of the truck to save my neck from doing that. I'll sit on the side and just cut him loose. He'll figure it out. He'll get the feel for it.
You just don't break it because it's a long walk home.
Yeah.
I started fucking way back in the 70s as I was a kid. My mate had this old XY blue ute, and we'd be driving through Canberra, as you could back in the day, and you go, come here, sit on my lap, grab the wheel. He's sitting there fucking young as just fucking steering the wheel like this. He obviously controlling the brake. Just driving through town. And then when I got older, like when I was fucking 13, we were out getting wood, or 10, or it would have been about 13. He goes, go up and get the trailer, and get the car. You got a ute with a fucking trailer on it full of wood. You just start her up, 3 clicks down, handbrake off, because it was old auto. So 3 on 3 click in the drive, fucking handbrake off, move the truck, right, that'll do, pull the handbrake on, put it back in park. Used to do that all the time. And then
3 on the tree, man. That was a tough one for me to learn. My aunt used to take me out in her little pickup and stuff, and didn't like 3 on the tree too much.
My first car was a 3 on the tree. I bought it off my brother. It was an XR ute, or a Falcon ute, and it was 3 on the tree, and the sick rows were fucked in the gearbox, in the linkage. So you reverses up there, so you first, then when you go up the second, you push forward and up. Because the synchros are fucked, you go, reverse, then you push it back.
hear that sweet grind.
We won't go into that one. You knew that where neutral was, so you push it back and then jam her into second. But yeah, you probably yeah. That was good.
I had an old Ford truck like that one time, and I think I bought it thinking, oh yeah, this thing's cool. I'm gonna fix this thing up, and I think 3 weeks went by, and I was like, I'm selling this, getting rid of it.
Yeah.
What's up, Anonymous?
Yeah, I've seen old matey for a while. It's good sort of this time because it's getting all you guys over there. Everyone else here's at work, so it's sort of good in a way that I'm off, and we can get different people in the chat when they're not working and whatnot. All right, next one is pretty easy. It says, when did you learn to moto?
I was riding dirt bikes. Well, I had a bunch of buddies that had dirt bikes, mini bikes and whatnot growing up. So, I was always riding theirs. Didn't really get my own until I was an adult. But up till the end, I was just tooling around farmland and dirt roads on buddies' dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and all that. And then the first bike I had was one my uncle gave me, first street bike. And he gave it to me when I was like 18, and then I had it for a little bit and had to give it back to him for me being an idiot. And for a little while, and then I got it back from him later. But I've been riding for a long time, man. Probably learned to ride around 11, 12 years old.
Yeah. And like you've been in Virginia all your life, like around where you are, like
for the most part, yeah. I was down in North Carolina for a while.
Yeah,
so you come back up here.
You 9, 10, or even you're a bit younger if your parents were riding the trail bikes and all that. Like I was, 2 older brothers and they were racing, so it was cars and speedway. So I had me little 50, and I was 6 years old, and I was riding around the pits, So, Or they'd find a spot over in the paddock next to the pits, and I'd just fucking ride around in circles over there. But just loved it. I still do. Just wish I could get out more, but fucking life's a bit busy. But you get that. But
it is. It's tough to carve time out, but I try to every chance I get.
Yeah, I'd love to get, like I said just before we come on, like I so want to get the trail bike out. It's just because it's unregistered, it's fucking very risky because you can lose your license even if you get caught in a scrub with them. So, yeah, that's another reason why I haven't been out riding on it as yet. You got to choose your time and when you can do it. And,
right. Unregistered to ride on the street or just anywhere?
Yeah, unregistered to ride on the street. Yeah. So that's why you sort of get out bush, right? Where you know the tracks and they're not as quick as you are, and then you can fucking get away. But Christmas time, you don't sort of ride around Christmas time because then that's when they get the fucking trail bike hoppers and all that in town, and they can ride just as good as you, and they've been doing it longer as a job, so it gets a bit only your local knowledge you can sort of get on them, but. It's like used to be like that growing up in Ulladulla. The ranger would be after you, and you'd fucking skid up the road and pull into a side track. He'd go past, and then you pull out, and he'd look in the mirror, and you'd be behind him. You jam the anchors on, you fucking turn around, give him the finger, and like away you go back the other way.
Oh yeah,
it's all fun, just fucking staring up the ranges and make sure you don't catch you.
Yeah. We used to do that sometimes fishing. I always had a burr up my saddle there about having to pay to fish, right? So to get a fishing license.
I only just got my fishing license in April. 20 years
fucking rip off, man. Why do I got to pay to fish?
Exactly. So I only got my license this year. I think it was in May. And I refused to get one way back when we moved up here in 01. So like 20 years, I said, no, I'm not getting a fucking fishing license. Fuck that. No. But because we made fishes all the time, we got a shit hot boat and we go fishing a lot now. I thought, fuck, what's $20? So I'll go and do it.
yeah. Well, that's it. Nowadays, I'll just go on and pay it, save myself hassle.
But I hear what you're saying.
Teenage years.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. Fuck that. It's recreational. It's a hobby. You want to go fishing and you've got to pay for a license? It's fucking bullshit.
That's what I said,
Yeah. And then, actually, we went up the river just, like I said, on Saturday. And fucking the flood, we haven't been up there since the flood's gone through. And fuck, there's some dead wood and shit floating around the river up there. It's just so dormant, and it's pretty fucking messed up there.
Right.
Okay, next one. Drones. I know you got a drone.
Well, I used to.
Used to. Okay. Drones. What's your worst drone experience you've encountered? And part B, if your favourite musical band, if you haven't got a fucking drone to see live. So we'll do the first one. Right. What's your worst drone experience?
Well, I had one that a small the DJI Mini, and I liked it because I could fit it in a little bag there on the back of the bike and just haul it wherever and pull it out. So I always got a little too brave with it, flying it in close, because here we got a lot of canopy cover with trees, mountains are all up and down. So I'm out hiking up next to this waterfall, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna get this kick-ass shot of it flying, up the waterfall, right? Yeah. Well, it starts going up, and then it goes straight into it, and I'm just sitting there with the damn controller, looking at it, just like, oh man, it's as he gets stuck in the water. My son went in after it and fished it out, but it was too late. It wiped the SIM card, so I didn't even get the footage out of it. I think I was more mad about that than the actual drone getting tore up. I was like, at least let me have the fucking footage. But it didn't work out. But there was a couple of times, man, and that I should have known that was going to happen. It had almost happened 2 or 3 times before that. But
that
was
her old man.
Day.
He's got a few drones, and one time she's on the phone to him, probably only about 4 or 3 weeks ago. And mum, because they're trekking around Australia, retired and whatnot, just telling to carry around and camp and living life. But he goes, "You're panting. What are you panting for?" And he goes, "Well, Dad's just been looking for a half hour for his drone. He took off on him a half hour walking up this mountain trying to get this fucking." I think he got a Maverick Pro, not the Pro 2, but I think it was a Pro. And he's always had problems with it, with the connection and shit. So that's why I sort of haven't gone that avenue. And it wouldn't sim up or lock or do shit properly, and he's always had problems with that one. And she goes, she gets on the phone, "You're not getting a drone." I said, "No, I'm fucking getting one, but I'm just very cautious of what one I'm going to get." So that one was a DJI, I think Sparks, what it was. I think it's what. Actually, my son had bought it, and he was never using it, so Dad might have confiscated that. Now I think Dad owes him a drone now. But there's some good drone pilots and all that down in Melbourne, like Mars. He's right into his drone. He got them little PV ones. He flies around the car park and shit like that. But I remember looking at one YouTube over there. One drone has got the Skydo ones, which are the big US brand that does all the military drones and shit.
Okay.
A blue one, and it's only a drone that it looked awesome. It's a tracker one. You just put it on you, and you can run through the bush, and it picks its way through. It's got obviously sensors all over it, and the wings are fixed up, so you can't fold it up. That's the only downside to it. But then Mars, the fella in Melbourne, goes, they're illegal in Australia. They won't. If you bought one, you still couldn't get it to Australia, and you won't be able to use it. But the tracking thing on it. I watched one. He went through the tall fucking cypress and whatnot, and it was picking its way through. And he's running around this campground, hiding behind trees and parked picnic benches, and the drone's like this.
That's a trick, man.
Awesome. I said that'd be ideal, but if you wanted one just to fly up, pan around, and land, which is sort of only what I want to do.
Yeah,
the Mini Air 2 I'm looking at, not Air, Mini 2, and just because that's the cheapest one over here, and like I said, you can fit in your bag, and the connections are better than the Mini 1, so I'm looking along the lines of that. But
those are pretty good drones. Everybody I know that's got one, thinks the world of it. They and they put out some really good footage. Yeah, I would like to have one of those with the tracking thing, just because I'd like to throw it up and get good tracking shots of the bike or something like that.
Yeah. But the Minis do have that, but I'd be worried about backers that follow me.
Right. That's it. I'll probably dump the bike just looking for it, or find run off in the ditch.
I remember way back when I started watching it, it was Adam Sandoval was had his up in the air and it was tracking him for the first time, and he had lost traction or lost hookup and whatnot. So he's going, fuck, I'll go back where I launched it, and he went back and the drone was there. It went back to where he launched it. It was fucking another half hour, 45 minutes back behind him. So he went back to sort of where he launched it, and it's parked down on the dirt, cooking itself. It was fucking hot. The battery was hot, and he's just fucking. He got his drone back. I was like, fuck, that was like.
And I think I want to do all that stuff with one. I'll get something in my head. I'm gonna take this, set the camera up, and do it this way. And then it's like once my ass hits the seat of that bike, all that shit goes out the window, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going over here. And just forget all about filming sometimes.
That's like the trail bike because I haven't got an inch up for that. So the first time I'm going to go riding, I got ideas and a track where I want to go up and set cameras up and just hit the track. Yeah. Some sections you want to hit at full pace, and the other ones you just want to get takeoff shots and whatever else, and up the mountain that I'm going to go up. This 4-wheel drive track. It's really rutted out now because all the big boys in their 4Bs have been hitting it. But it's I think it's going to be a good one just sort of to get some angles of the trail bike zipping up there. And it got sort of mapped out in my head what I want to do. But like I said, as soon as you screw that throttle open, you just want to
that plan's gone. I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
So, I'm real bad for having a somewhat of a game plan and then getting out there and just throwing that out the window and winging it,
Yeah, exactly. Driving.
What's up, Steve? And Steve?
Yeah, Stevie TV. There's gas in the house.
Stevie was military biker too.
Yeah. Okay, well, we usually got fucking pretty good taste in music. I know we've always been complimenting each other.
Music. Favorite band I've seen live.
Yeah.
This is hands down Metallica. I've seen them live 1, 2, 3 times. First time back in '92. But that's my favorite live. I know Stevie right now is going, oh fuck, what the hell? But hands down the best live show.
I took fucking Mrs. Smitty for a first concert, and it was Metallica at the Horde Pavilion in Sydney. And fucking we're walking in there. It was a Saturday night, and we're walking in there on the Saturday, and they're all passed out in the gutter, all drunk as, and there's been reports that there was fights and riots and all that outside the concert before they even went in there. And then went in there, and they just ripped up a storm. It was their Justice for All. It was 88, 89. The Justice for All album, and we went in there, and fucking this real fucking thrashy band, Mortal Sin, was on before them, and they come out. They played for an hour or something, and they come out and they played it from 9:30 till 1:30 in the morning. It And they play
that's what they did when I seen them. It was like 6 hours straight, just fucking
all
melting your brain.
And way back before they all got tattooed and everything and all that, and it just you and because I seen them on this page one thing, and they were talking about suicides and how they were all heavy metal music supposed to. They're talking about that dude that shot himself over there, listening to Judas Priest and all that type of thing, and about suicide linked to the heavy metal music. And then they said Metallica's touring. I'm going, fuck yeah, got onto this straight online. Right. Fucking 2 tickets straight away, and then and in that time I got picked up because I was only just right into them then, I think, or for a few years. I did have nearly all their albums then anyway, but we're just plugging all their songs, playing all their album songs, so you knew it all word for word. And then when you went in there, it's just like that, and near the end of the night, we're going, fucking, I only got one more sort of album to fucking go off, and that was Garage Days, and they were starting to play them, Mama Ken and all that, and it was like, they said, and this said, I think we better go now because they only got about 2 songs left because we got out and outside, and they did the encore, and we heard them, and it was just sort of, because it was pretty crowded there, and the car park was pretty shit, so we got in there and we got into the car and left a lot early, or left on time. Otherwise, we would have been there for an hour after the fucking not getting out on time. And then we went to a servo to get petrol in the car, and had the band shirts on. And going, "You been to the concert?" Right. What? I couldn't hear.
Fucking ears just going.
Fucking ringing, and we're up the back. Flyboard behind us, and it was just vibrating the walls. It was just going bang, bang, bang behind us, like because we're leaning up against the wall and looking at the fucking. There's a good venue.
They held off when we saw them. They held off. They did like 3 encores, and they held off playing one till that last one. And when they did, they had this big pyrotechnics thing there off the stage, big ball of flame, man, and. We were pretty close, but shit felt like it burned my eyebrows off. And then we looked at each other and we was like, it just hyped us up even that much more. That shit was fun. It was a good time. But we decided to go on a whim that night too. It was just like, because we were broke. We didn't have money to pre-buy tickets.
Yeah.
So but they were in town. We were like, fuck it. We're going to go to this show. So we go up there and we get some tickets off of Scalper there in the parking lot, man. And we get in, mingle our way down there in the main floor up to the stage, and I hear my name, and I look over, and it's my uncle. He lives a whole nother state. He lives a whole nother state away. It's the uncle to give me the motorcycle too. And so we was like, oh shit, it's he's there partying with some of his friends, and it was a good night. It was a good night.
Anything with good music is all good.
Oh yeah. He had all the party favors too.
That's it. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm laughing. I'm gonna have a beer.
Hey, 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah,
it's 8 o'clock here, so you're good.
Oh, sweet. That's like the other morning I said. It's fucking early. Like, it was 5 o'clock there, and they go, yep. So no.
It's fucking Monday. You ain't got to work.
That's it. It's all good. Flipping the blue. There you go, mate. And there was one up there, seen Hell on 2 wheels. He popped in.
Raj Inc. was killer.
Somewhere around the corner. Newbie. Oh, good. Oh, no. Next question. I can find. Was that 4? If I can scroll them down. Oh, I fucking love this question.
Tell us something mischievous about yourself that your oldies don't know about you.
Yeah. Or something mischievous you did and they still don't know, or they know now. It doesn't matter.
There's more mischievous that most people I'm acquainted with now don't know about. A lot of some of the old school friends, the few that I keep in touch with, they know all too well. Damn. I don't know what I don't want to spill here.
Just say allegedly after it, and you're all sweet. I say.
I wasn't no allegedly. I was convicted every time, man. I just. Let's see. I guess we'll just tell one, right?
So, yeah, just one.
Yeah. Well, so we used to have a pool hall down here around town, and we're a small town. There ain't shit to do.
Yeah.
Pool hall was it. Yeah. You go ride the back roads, and that's what it was. You go ride the back roads, drink your beer, and then show up at the pool hall and hang out or whatever. Yeah. But this particular night, we showed up at the pool hall. It was fight night. So in there, and some guys there got loud, and then it escalated from there. Next thing I know, I'm out in the parking lot, and I'm squaring off with this guy, and his buddy hits me in the back. Well, I thought he just hit me, but he stabbed me with this little Swiss Army knife. Little Swiss Army knives like that, yay big. So this pussy pulls out this little bitty toothpick of a knife and hits me in the back with it. So the fight went on from there, and then next thing I know, the law was there, and I'm got this guy down on the ground, and I'm trying to kill him. But
exactly.
The police come and they go. I didn't realize it was them because I was in another world too. But they grabbed me up, and then when they did, I come around swinging. So now I'm drunk in public, disorderly conduct, probably assault and battery and malicious wounding on this guy, and now I've assaulted a police officer.
Yeah,
it was not my finest hour. So got to spend a little time in the pokey for that one. But,
that's it. What do you expect if he fucking pokes you with a fucking little stick like that? You're gonna retaliate.
Bad. But when the police got there, and they grabbed me, I just assumed it was another buddy. Yeah, it wasn't. It's funny. I turned around like it was like right here, and it was about right here is when I looked down and saw that big shiny thing, that big shiny badge, and it was like, right. Yeah.
That's like the Delaware we grew up. The sort of hot spot there for blues and all that was the pizza joint. Like everyone would be walking home from the pub or the fucking Mollymook Golf Club that night, and they'd all straight to Tony's Pizza and get a pizza, and they'd be sitting out there drinking rummed up and all that stuff. And then someone will walk through, hey, how's it going? And they'll reach in and fucking steal a slice of pizza. And then next thing you're there legging it down the arcade, and then they're flogging each other in the arcade because he stole a piece of pizza and shit like that. You get cars that roll in, and then all these drunk blokes will just fall out and start, stirring shit up and pushing things around. Get back in the car and fuck off, mate. It's just,
that was like our favorite pastime, man. We'd ride around the country roads, go up on the mountain here, and then if we got real bored, well, let's go down to across the bridge to the next town and fight.
We're sort of on the cars, obviously, and bikes and all that. So had a few cars, had nice done-up cars, and then we'd find a side street, and then they just want to do burnouts and all that. And there's one place called Diamond Drive out Milton Way, and it'd be just black. It's just
I have to say, Australians do the best burnouts I've ever seen. Those competitions for that shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, fuck, okay. Smoke everywhere and pitch black right on midnight. And also just camping out bush, going out the fucking blue gum and all that, and racing through the scrub and getting out there, and then fucking getting on it around the campfire. All the good old days.
Yeah, can't have fun like that no more. Which that night wasn't, from my story, was not very fun. But
yeah,
you can't get out and act like that no more, not these days.
Nah, not here. The national parks are fucking buying everything or claiming everything, and then they're putting logs and gates and everything else. And like, we haven't been able to go for a decent 4-wheel drive since we've had the flood. because all the bridges are washed out, and national parks to shut everything. Because just yesterday we were going to go to a big lookout down near Foster to look at the coast and all that. Last time we were there, it was a shitty fucking rainy day. It was nice and sunny yesterday, so we'll go there, fucking have lunch, have a fucking beer, and then come on home. We get to the halfway to the turn off, halfway up the road, and just about to get to the dirt, and then it's got road closed. Blah, blah. Turn around and go back. You know, and that's an hour from here. So we drive an hour down to the turn off, and then okay, we'll turn around and we ended up finding somewhere on the lake and had a fucking barbecue and all that there. But yeah, it's tough to plan up. So you had to ad lib and do something else on the way there.
Right. So floods really screwed it up out there bad, huh?
It was a big flood. It was the biggest one we've had. It's the one where the house went down the river and all that, and it was right up to the bottom of the bridge. Right, fucking, and it's a fair way up there. Like on the shopping side, the road goes underneath the bridge, or on both banks goes underneath the bridge, and yeah, it's fucking probably 5 meters. And the water was right up to the bottom of it. And they were doing the bridge up and sanding it and painting it all, and all the scaffolding got washed down the fucking river. And a big concrete tank flowed down and fucking hit the river, and they were finding cows out on the beach.
Really? Damn.
And down on the beach, there's a calf out there. Fucking, they reckon it come from Wingham, which is fucking 7 k's west of us, and it got washed out the.
God.
Down the Old Bar Beach, and there's a black cow walking across the fucking, walking up and down the beach.
7 kilometers too, man, to the ride. Jeez.
When that happened, it was Mrs. Smitty's fucking birthday, 50th. So where the road was blocked on the highway, the new expressway we got going through, the water was that high. It was blocked for about fucking 2 or 3 hours. We had to wait there. Clicked over midnight into her birthday, and then drunk and yahooing and carrying on, happy birthday and all this on the road. And it was okay, so you can go again. And then we jumped in the car. It took us. We got out of Crescent Head where we were holidaying, and it was a mission to go from Crescent Head to Kempsey, which is only a fucking 10k drive, but it's right along the edge of the river, and the water come up to the bottom of the doors on the 4-wheel drive and the halfway up the tailgate. And because I knew the road and I passed 4-wheel drives going the other way, I knew we could get through. But if we didn't go then, we would have got stuck there for a week and a half like the rest of them did. So we got out when we did. And then we got to the Kempsey fucking service centre at 8 o'clock. And then we found out, it's blocked up the road. Went up the road, had to wait there about midnight, and then further down. We didn't get home till 3:30 that morning, and it's only an hour. It's only an hour and 10 trip normally. It took us that long.
Damn.
And when we were driving across our little bridge coming into town in the north exit on Dawson's River, we're looking in and going, it's like it hasn't been raining here. Look, there's a caravan park there and whatnot. And then we woke up 9 o'clock that morning, that was all underwater. It's all underwater. Poultney Street was all flooded. Like, fuck. Then we seen the house being washed down the river. Like, wow,
that's. I can't imagine that sight. To see a house floating by you there. That's a trip. It
rained. It rained for a good 2.5 weeks. Like obviously longer, but when it did start to flood and they broke the levee out and all that, and it was raining up on the plains a lot longer, probably 2 or 3 weeks prior, and it all obviously flushed down the river and down this way. But it was pretty amazing. Like we moved in here in 01 and Coffs Harbour up the road further before work brought us back down here to Taree. And when we moved in up there 3:30, we got the last thing off the truck on 3:30 that Sunday. It rained for 2.5 weeks and it flooded up there in Coffs Harbour when we moved up there. And they said it was the biggest flood in 24 years. But this one just gone. It was bigger. Well, it was bigger than like anywhere they've had so far. It was a beauty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, like I said, it's fucked all the tracks now. Like we were being forward driving.
Oh, I bet.
Big boys have been out there and rutted it out. So we'd get like cars like ours just with a standard lift or an extra inch lift and standard tires. The boys are running them out, and you got to fucking find another track to get around it. But all the tracks have changed. Where we've been forward drive, and it's all washed out and and all that. But
it gets washed out like that, you'll bottom out so easy too.
Yeah, you diff lock. Yeah, and that's what happens quite a lot. And then so I'm lucky I got all this four-wheel drive footage. I just got to fucking edit. So everything's changed. We can't go bush, so I just have to get me down and get on the computer and get some stuff done. But I hate fucking being on the computer. I just fucking 2 hours, 4 hours of editing, and you got what, fucking 10-minute video.
Oh God, man, yeah. Just tell me about it. There's times where I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna make this real simple, I'm not gonna. And then I get sucked in, and next thing I know, it's 6 hours later, and I'm like,
I can do that better. I'll put a song to that, and then you got to find the song, and you got to crop it and edit it, and fucking tune in and tune it out. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. And then I'll put it out and get 40 views. It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, but
exactly. My best one's been Taree Flood one. The Taree Flood one's fucking smashed it. 750 something views, that one, because it's a fucking disaster. But all the other ones, you do videos and you do shit up ones and all that, and you got 50 views, 60 views. So like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. It's like I use it like a fucking video or a fucking photo album. You go back, watch it again later.
Right. I do the same thing, and I purposely don't go back through my channel for long periods of time, and then I'll start flipping back through it and rewind. Yeah. Like the other day, I was just watching a couple of the videos I did while I was at Sturgis the other day, and it's like brought the whole trip back to me, and it was pretty cool.
No, exactly. Well, next question, number 6, we've got popped up here. What's your most favourite sport to watch or play?
I'm a big blood sports guy, man. UFC. Stevie TV's got me on this bare knuckle boxing kick, man, which is pretty damn cool. It's kind of like you. Well, it's more like a tough man contest, just without the gloves, bare knuckles.
Yeah.
But unlike tough man, you've got some skilled fighters out there that really do some damage pretty quick. But it's always been UFC and
boxing and all that. Yeah.
Boxing. Boxing was a tough one for me, man. I got to where I hated boxing for the most part, except for just watching a few select people. Once Tyson was out of it, I just kind of faded away from boxing because I never was a Floyd Mayweather fan. I can't stand a guy that's going to come out there and just dance. And I can't take nothing away from him. What he's done has worked, right? Yeah. He's got the best record in history for a reason. But when I see a guy fight like that, it just irks the shit out of me. I want to see somebody. I want to see him come in there and bang. I want to. If you're gonna call yourself the best, then go in there and take it like the best. Don't
just like the brawler fight. It's not the fucking not the fucking technical fucking dance around and box and move on. Yeah.
There were some of the old like Holyfield fights, Holyfield and Bo and Lennox Lewis and Holyfield. Them guys they're pretty evenly matched, and then eventually they get mad, and then that's it. They're towing the line, just fucking going at it. So, but that's my favorite stuff. That's
the way. Number 7.
Let's see.
Okay, what celebrity does it for you?
That's a long list.
Yeah, I got a long list too, but I only keep mentioning 2.
Yeah. Let's see. Depends on which decade,
Yeah. No, I hear you. Like, yeah,
right.
They're getting on now, and there's a lot more coming to the front.
Oh yeah, well, there's Marilyn, Raquel Welch, all them back in the day. I don't know. I guess Selma Hayek, Halle Berry. I'll name those two.
Yeah. Stevie got Mel Gibson.
Only with the beard. Only when he's got the beard.
When he's got the beard.
I'd like to have a couple of drinks with Mel. I bet he'd be a gas after a bunch of drinks.
I reckon. Yeah, you got some fucking stories to tell. I tell you.
Yeah.
What of them?
Favorite hangover? Yeah. I'm more the devil's lettuce kind of fella.
Yeah.
The drinking in my younger days caused a lot of mayhem and mischief, of course. But yeah, I guess my fallback is the Toki Toke.
Yeah. There's a couple of states here.
It's legal now, so that's good.
Yeah, it's not here. But, you got your legalized stuff like for medical and all that for your cancer and stuff that reduce the pain. But then there's only a couple of South Australia, I think it's allowed down there, and ACT it's allowed there. You can have 5 plants and grow it in your backyard, as long as you for personal use, and as long as you don't.
Yeah, that's the way we've got here.
Yeah, and hydroponics is fucking pretty big back in Canberra back in the 90s, and when you're on the coast and all that, probably like where you guys are, bush is the best. Like they all just grow it in the scrub, and and that's the way it is. Like down here, when you see a surfer, they just know straight away. Oh, yep, fucking Drago. It's like, fucking surfing Drago and all this stuff. But like I say, it's natural, and at least it's not fucking pills, meth, or fucking anything like that.
Yeah, nah, man. I draw the line on anything past that. But what's up, Holler?
What's up, sheepbirds?
Moto?
Yeah, no, that's it. And growing up and all that through school was just fucking, it's all over the shop. It was everywhere anyway, so it didn't matter. The blokes are dealing and the dunnies.
It's definitely a lot better these days than what I remember it being back then.
Yeah,
they've gotten a better formula now.
Yeah, you've got the chemicals right for the hides.
Yeah. But if I'm drinking, liquor is far and few and far between for me. But if I'm doing that, it's moonshine.
Yeah,
moonshine or beer.
Our natural. Thereabouts.
Yeah. Well, that's always that's one usually follows the other.
There's no corner store too far down there. Too far anyway. That's the way. Yeah, we went to, like I said, Ulladulla, and back in the day they didn't call it Mulladulla High for nothing. So
right.
It got a name for itself real quickly.
Hell yeah.
All right. Number 9. Oh, this is a new question that popped up the other day. What advice would you give the 15-year-old you? If you seen yourself back in the day and you had advice for you at 15, what would you tell them? What would you tell you?
Apple stock. Buy Apple stock with every penny you've got.
That's the main one they use down there, is it?
Well, when I was 15, Apple was probably worth next to $5 a share, maybe. Yeah. So it was just really getting ready to kick off hard when I was 15. So yeah, that would have been my advice to that. And Run away from any girl named Tammy. That would probably be the two things.
I guess she was a bit of a dragon, or
yeah. That was one of the many colossal fuck ups in my life. So. So boys, if you're watching this, stay away from chicks named Tammy.
Anyone named Tammy, stay away.
Yeah, bad dudes. Bad dudes.
Actually, I don't know too many Tammys, so it's all good.
Right.
Fucking shitloads of Michelle's, I know that much. Yeah. I like that one. There's nothing about schoolwork or fucking working hard or anything like that. Just stay away from Tammy.
That's it. The rest is going to happen either way. Just save yourself that trouble.
You'll learn from the mistakes, but just stay away from Tammy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I wouldn't give no speech about school or anything like that, because I know my 15-year-old self would be like,
Maths. I got kicked out of maths only because I was swinging on my chair because the teacher was a dickhead. But then English, I permanently got kicked out of English because I couldn't handle English, so I fucking got kicked out of class in English, and then I'd just go run around the school till the period was over. You make sure you're back outside the door before the bell would go, and then you grab your bag and off to the next class. So, yeah.
Oddly enough, man, in high school and stuff like that, I was an honor student. I was taking college classes like my junior and senior year to get college credits for them. And the whole plan was to go to the 4-year university, and it was going to go that route and be super successful and all that. And then by the time I started a 4-year university, and I didn't do anything but party and chase tail. And so that didn't last long. It was a short-lived nerd. Yeah.
Nah, exactly.
And found out real quick that college was, it was just not for me, man.
I knew I was never going past fucking year 10 anyway. So my old man always said, when you get to year 10, you get an apprenticeship, you're going to leave school. So fucking bang, that's it. I'm working on that.
Yeah, my mom was real big on that stuff, man. Always sticking that shit in my face. And by the time I actually got to it, I was burnt out. I had enough.
Yeah. Well, over here, it's probably more so now. I think the parents sort of pushing their kids to go to uni, which is college here, uni and all that stuff over here. But I know now when our boys were at school, it was sort of got the stage you couldn't really get a good job if you left at year 10, so you actually had to go to year 12. And then my eldest boy, he did year 12 and left school and all that. He's got good at woodwork and got a best mark in woodwork for that year and everything. And then my youngest boy, he got to year 11 and he didn't get his electives and what classes he wanted to get. So then he sort of started wagging. And we caught him around the side of the house wagging one day and he was crying. I said, mate, just talk to us. Like, if you don't want to fucking go to school, let us. We know we've been there, done that. Like, Mrs. like with her work and me fucking growing up the same. We've been through exactly the same things. Like, we had to do jobs where we wanted to go, and we didn't get elective or didn't get what we wanted to go. So we fucking stopped and we went to TAFE and did something else. So we booked him in the TAFE with college, like a case so you can get an apprenticeship or whatever else and whatever course you'd like to do and steer you down to what you want to do after school. As like I said, school's not everything. Like, you don't have to worry about that.
No, it's not, man.
It's a stepping stone. They try and drum into you that fucking if you don't go to uni, you're not going to fucking be anything. That's bullshit.
Right.
So we said to him, so we pulled him out and put him in the TAFE and he's into computers. And the problem was the course he went in, he knew more about the computers than the fucking course did. So, and now he's got fucking 2 monitors and all that. And whenever I got any problems, Tyler, come and fucking fix this thing.
Yeah, mine's my tech support too. So
yeah, exactly. And
my oldest one just started community college. He graduated high school back at the beginning of summer, so he just started community college in Road Rash. Yeah. But he's taking, he's doing welding and machinist stuff. Yeah. So he's cool thing about up here. If you go to high school, graduate high school here, you can go to the local community college for 2 years for free.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good. Yeah.
While I didn't want to push that on him the way that it was pushed on me, it's still a free opportunity to get in and get some training. That when he does start out, he won't have to start at the bottom of the ladder. So
it's like I said before, when I left school at year 10, I was doing a panel beat spray painting apprenticeship. But the prick that put me on, he only used me for cheap labour. So once my 3 months trial was over, I was booked in the TAFE and everything, and he fucking booted me. He only used me for the whole 3 months, and that was it. And my old man even said to him, he's going, let us know. If he's no good, let us know early so he can go back to year 11 and go to school. And the bloke's gone, no worries, we'll do that, not a problem. So school started, righto, so I'm booked in the TAFE. I was doing TAFE, which was good because it taught me how to fucking weld up rust patches and electric weld and things like that. Or no, just taught me how to make hubcaps, stretch metal, all the panel beating side of things and panel beating. Then it come to the 3 months. He's going to finish up on Friday. I go, no, the job will be finished because cutting rust out of this old Datsun 180B. You go, no, you finish up on Friday. I go, all right, eh? No worries. So I got the grinder out and I cut the arse end off the fucking car. the boot section where the fucking lights and the number plate.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys. See you later. And I fucking went home.
Peace out, buddy. That's an epic way to quit a job. I said
to Mum, I said, he's just sacked me. And he goes, what? And then the prick tried to refuse to pay me that Monday's work because I went in because he told me at the end of the day. So that's when I went fucking zing, zing. And, I was out of it. And and it took me a week and a half still to get the extra, fucking $50 or whatever it was for the day.
Right.
That day's wage out of him. But my old man, I'll never forget my old man. We're driving down the street one day.
I bet he'll never forget you either.
My old man, we were driving down the street and he's gone. My old boss then was named Bruce. And he's gone, I met your mate the other day. It's like, what mate? He goes, your old boss, Bruce. He goes, yeah, right. And he's gone, he had a few teeth missing. I'm going, yeah. He's got a fucking few more missing now too. Oh, shit. Went down and fucking tell you what, I got my day's wage after that one. I tell you, it's funny. Yeah, I look like right, okay. But
funny how a little persuasion will do that, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so I was out of work then, and then I went to TAFE in Wollongong and got into a pre-employment course, which is carpentry Monday, painting and decorating Tuesday, Wednesday was accounting, Thursday was bricklaying, and Friday was plumbing. So you did that for 6 months.
All of it, huh? Shit.
Yeah, you did that for 6 months, and then you chose which one you wanted, and that'll get you in. And once you finish that year, you've done your first year of your apprenticeship. So I was doing sign writing on Tuesday and Thursday night, and I was sort of targeting painting and decorating so I could do murals and shit like that and get into that sort of side of things. But like I just said with my young fella, how he didn't get his electives at school, I didn't get painting and decorating because it didn't run. Probably because when we were painting Bulleye Surf Club, we were playing football and fucking surfing too much and didn't get the job done.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we got it done, but it wasn't in the, we were supposed to get it done in 2 weeks, and it took us the whole 6 months to get it done because the teacher had fucked off, and then he'd come back and we'd be burning the old paint off the window sills, and then fucking started painting, and then it was all done and finished. But we were more into playing footy in the park and surfing morning, like 2 hours of work and fucking 6 hours.
Cats away, the mice will play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. But so it didn't run. And then I ended up, my second choice was plumbing. And the last 6 months we were plumbing. And the fella I was hanging around with at the time, he didn't like plumbing. And like I said before, was into skating and surfing. So we fucking wagged Dave. He didn't like the bricklaying one. So whenever we were doing bricklaying, they said I was a natural bricklayer, but I never knew too many healthy bricklayers. All had crook backs and shit. So
yeah, that's it. Every one of them's got a hunched over like that, and their hands are clawed up, you know.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And this I quit my job and start new. Hey, good on you. That's the way. Yeah, and so I fucking chose plumbing, but it taught me how to pipe bend. You know, gal pipe bend with sand up the tubes and all that, and electric weld and all that sort of stuff, and panel beating taught me to oxy weld with spot weld and all that with an oxy. And plumbing, panel beating, taught me to arc weld and more heavy gauge metal and all that type of stuff. So it all helped, but it's just the way.
I mean, skills like that, man. You know, you can always find work. You know,
exactly.
You can always find work with those type of skills. Are you going to have, you know, Bill Gates money? Hell no, but you know, you can do shit for you. You can be self-sufficient, and you can make a living at it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a reward, you know, to working with your hands and completing something like that. There's a sense of reward with it too that you don't get from a lot of places.
Steve is going to be getting into excavation soon.
Yeah, he's getting ready to start a whole new avenue there that's going to expose him to a lot of shit he hadn't seen. I think he's going to dig it. So.
That's it. Yeah, exactly right. So then after that, the teacher said to us, he goes, if you wag any more days, you're not going to fucking pass your plumbing, like to get your first year of fucking certificate. So me and me wag the next 3. And went skating up fucking Sydney. Then
how many do I have left? Yeah.
It's like that. Then we come back and it was getting close to the end of the year, and I just said to my old man, I said, I don't think I'm going to pass this course, Dad. And he goes, oh, really? Goes, yeah, no, it's pretty shit. I don't think I'm going to fucking pass it. And he goes, right. And he picked the paper up. There's a screen printer apprenticeship ad in the paper, which is the best thing I did at school in art. And bang, went and applied for it, and I fucking got the job straight away. And then I got me plumbing marks and all that in the well, not email, but in the mail back then, because there's no emails back then. And it said I passed anyway. It was just the teacher trying to put the wind up us, which we sort of figured. We sort of figured that might have been what he was doing. So when he said we won't pass, so we thought, fuck you, we'll fucking wag the next 3.
Well, if I'm already fucked, I'm going to do really good here.
Exactly. So that's a big one. My old man and oldies don't know about. It's the way I fucking used to wag and go skating and surfing all the time instead of fucking doing what I was doing. All right. What's this question? Oh, yeah. What's your favourite thing you yourself like or love about your channel?
Sometimes it's a love and hate with me and my channel.
Love and hate, exactly.
You know, but I don't know. I guess the thing I love is just really being able to go back myself and, you know, remember the little small parts of a trip that, you know, I just may not have thought about until I see it in a video. And I remember that spot. We talked to these people and met this person. But that, you know, the channel has opened up a lot of friendships. You, Stevie, several others, Skid Pig, Knuckles, Andrew, all that group there. That otherwise I'd have never met. And I mean, I think that's probably my favorite thing. That and being able to share, because I've said it many times. I think overall that I've probably got some of the best riding in the country. Yeah. In the United States and probably some parts of the world right here. Yeah. With the mountains and the views, you know, I'm 2.5 hours away from the tail of the dragon, which everybody makes a big deal out of down in North Carolina. 45 minutes from the back of the dragon, which I think is better than the tail, to be honest with you. We got several roads like that are real technical mountainous roads. And then we've got the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is 25 minutes from my house. Runs, I can't remember, 478 miles maybe. Just skirting tops of the mountains and down through valleys. Just it's in beautiful scenery. Yeah. And plus the weather's pretty mild here. We get snow, but not much. It gets hot, but not like fucking Texas hot. But and so overall, I've ridden a lot of. I haven't ridden, of course, all over the country, but I've ridden all up and down the East Coast. Out to Sturgis and all around that area, which was beautiful. It was, some of the riding out in Sturgis in the Badlands, well, not the Badlands, but the Black Hills. Black Hills is very much like what we have here.
Yeah, it's all pretty. How far was Sturgis from you, roughly?
Almost 1,700 miles.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, so it's still far away. Yeah, good few day ride. Yeah.
It was great ride out there, and the ride back sucked because we hit rain the last 2 days. But couldn't have asked for a better trip though overall.
So geographically, I'm fucking useless in America. So are you close to Ozarks, or totally Ozarks close to you, or are they fucking way over somewhere else?
No, I'm about 22 hours east of them.
East, okay, right. So you're still fair way. Yeah. So now
I'm down in the Appalachian Mountains. Right there is where I'm at.
Yeah. Where's New Orleans to you?
New Orleans would be southwest, so it'd probably be a good 16 hours maybe southwest of New Orleans.
Yeah. Because I'm only going on.
I'm sort of right in the middle of the country and just off the coast there in the Appalachian Mountains. So
New Orleans is south down Watsy. Yeah, I'm only going on fucking what I can just quite remember on the map. I haven't looked at it fucking too recently, so everyone sees Australia and they think it's like a nice small island or whatever, but it's the biggest island in the country, in the world.
In the world,
and it's it is fucking big, like skid big, like you just said. He's 26 hours north of me,
right?
26 hours. Then Sydney's 3 hours south of me. Melbourne, where Harley Oz and G Spot and all that are, that's Melbourne's fucking got to be another 10 on that, so they're probably 16 hours south. And then like you got Ice Spike and Outback Outlaw, they're on the west coast. They're fucking miles away. They're probably 5 days away,
Damn, yeah.
But with Australia, you can only get to the west coast right around down the bottom or up around the top, and it's all dirt road up around the top. But road-wise and bitumen and everything is down around the bottom. You go to Melbourne, South Australia, and then scoot across the bottom of Australia to Perth over that way, which is the most common way. Other than that, they all live on the east coast. There's a few up the guts through to Alice and Ayers Rock and all that, but then west of there to like west, that's all desert. It's
right. I've noticed that. So right in the middle is just like all desert, and everybody's just kind of dotted all around the coast. Yeah.
Australia, you're exactly right. We're all around the coast. We're all on the tablelands, and just on the tablelands or on the coast, down around the bottom, along the bight, but in the guts to fucking Ayers Rock, and like west of there, it's just all Simpson Desert and desert. I think it's Simpson Desert. It's all desert, and fucking once you out there, you're gone. It's just up the top you got Northern Territory, and then around there you got Kimberley's, and you can go around the Broome, but that's like I said, that's around the coast. Like you got to stick with the coast to keep your water, and I guess you can fucking go for a swim if you're quick, and the cockpit haters going to get you. But it's a big country. But then, like in saying that, we know how big Australia is. Then you compare that to the US, like you guys are. It's a fucking big country too. Like, if not way, you got 51 states in there. The second one's in the fucking ocean.
Right.
Old Hawaii.
Yeah, it's huge, and I've got all these places that I want to hit. Like I want to get out towards Texas. I'd love to ride around down through there. I've been to Texas once, to San Antonio. I'd like to roll the bike out through there, man. Just roll with the tumbleweeds out there a little bit, and then of course I'd like to get up to Stevie Dee's area there in Washington and come down the Pacific Coast along that. So there's still some bucket list big rides there that I've got to hit, and one day.
There's man the Outback. He's looking.
What's up, Outback?
Hey. But yeah,
detective.
Exactly right. It's like how everyone does the iron butts and all that. Fuck, you can't do that here. It is too much of a challenge. It's much a harder challenge it is already. You guys have got your big expressways and all that, and you just fucking ride from fucking state to state, and then you're done your 1,000 miles.
But that's always just torture to me, man. That is. Yeah, I avoid the highway at all costs if I can.
To do that here, and like 1,000 miles is fucking like 1,500 or 1,300 kilometers. So and the way I was out of that, I'd have to drive up and down the coast to Sydney to home, back up to Sydney 4 or 5 times just to fucking make up the time, and I'd be riding past home fucking 4 or 5 times. I was like, it's not worth it. Then on that,
about 650, 700 miles in, I'm probably gonna be like, it's the last time I'm passing the house. I'm stopping next round.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck this, I'm going.
You can do the iron butts here, but like you say, you to really do it and make the time doing it, you got to jump on highway to push that kind of.
You got to be doing your 120 plus to fucking sort of get to it.
I fucking hate the highway, dude. It's the worst way to see anything, especially off a bike.
Yeah. All you see is a fucking road going past and cars going.
That's it.
And you're just looking at the expressway.
Yeah, that's why when we took our trip to Sturgis, we added an extra day to give ourselves time to get out there because we took.
Fries. Oh, we lost him. Oh, that's no good. Oh, darn. You just dropped out. We'll see if we can get him back. I'll get him on the phone. You dropped the mic. Exactly. He's probably getting chased by the fuzz. Virginia internet. He's probably got it up on the fucking chimney of the still. There he's back now. There he is.
Fucking squirrel must have crawled across the power line or something.
That's what Stevie said here. That's Virginia internet for you.
Yeah. That's it. Somebody's up there stealing satellite dishes off of houses.
Yeah, get off it. Sponsored to Foxtel. Right, I'll jump on the next one. Next question. What are we? We're nearly there. Tattoos,
yeah.
What's your first? Tell us about the story of getting the tattoo, and what's your favorite type? Black and grey color. If no tattoos, then what's made you not get one so far? But I know you got one, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 of them. So
yeah.
First one was on the back here, and that was 18. Just I want a tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo. Yeah. Went in this shitty little tattoo shop up here in town in Roanoke where I work, and there. I was reading Stevie's comment. Yeah. Went in this shitty tattoo place, man. I was like, I just want something. I told the guy, I was like, I want this gnarly bat figure, right? Shape of a bat flying in front of a blood moon. Something. In my mind, it was way more metal than what came out, because what came out turned out to be the fucking Bacardi bat. The little implements on the Bacardi bottles. Yeah, I got pretty much that shit on my back. So, which it's only like that big right here, but not bad. But yeah, that was the first one, and it was color and just red and black and just shit tattoo.
What about getting covered?
Nah, I'll probably leave that one just as a reminder.
Yeah, exactly.
But I ended up a couple years go by, and I got I got this Indian warrior on my shoulder here, which is faded and bled all out, but probably needs to be reworked or covered up. And I got one on my leg, and I had a little one right here that I ended up getting covered up with. Figure out how to turn here. Getting covered up with the Batman and the Joker, and then it went with full sleeve there. Which anybody that's thinking about getting tattooed up in here, fucking don't.
The fucking
don't. That shit sucks. But yeah, that's a good question, because funny enough, me and the wife are looking to make us an appointment here, get some more ink. I think I'm gonna finish this arm out. Yeah, gonna finish this one out, or do this one here.
I want to finish mine up here. I was going to do a Predator, but then I've got an idea of the Predator's right in the skulls. I might still have the Predator on there, but then have more skulls and all that around up underneath. And
the skulls would be a good, background type filler thing for the.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like, because like old matey had done this, he did the grey wash with the sprockets and the flames and all that. He goes, "You want flames?" I go, "No, not really. It's just sprockets and fucking skulls." He goes, "No, you got it." And he did it all free, and he just fucking, I said, "Fuck, do what you got to do." And it come out pretty good. But I
like the black and gray. Probably my favorite. The black and gray.
I'm pretty much the same. But then a bit of color, and then.
Well, I was gonna say the black and gray with touches of color really pop too. So.
Yeah, that's actually a belt buckle. I had a belt buckle and took it in there, and he photocopied it and fucking stenciled it out, fucking, and did it that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then like grey wash and all that. So that's the thing too, because that's fucking old. The new inks like on my hand, the inks are all like, So the colours are going to pop. So I'm not going to join them. I don't think. I'll just have it from there up, because I wanted to go around the chest, then around the back. So my whole shoulder blade.
Right.
That's sort of my next one I'm going to do. Underneath there, I'll probably have me fucking independent logo on the inner bicep. Like I said, it's going to.
Well, just don't go up into the armpit. In here's okay. It sucks everywhere, but in here's okay. Just don't get up in the armpit, man.
I just seen a chick yesterday. She got a tattoo up under her armpit. And I'm like,
no, man, no.
Wow.
And after that, I was like, the hand's not gonna be bad, dude. Top of that hand, that shit hurts, man.
That one day I switched to worse one. Oh, the fingers are fucking they're a bit. They were sweet.
Yeah. Well, that's it. He got to going on that, man, and of course that part was there first, and then I did this, but he got to going on it, and I was like, that's a special feeling. I don't know. I'll be doing the other one.
fucking just in there. That's the fucking worst one.
All right.
Yeah, where your tendons are, like, and even your Achilles tendon on your ankle. Fucking wherever you got a tendon, you can just imagine the needles fucking pronging an elastic band.
Right.
And you can feel it buzzing. It's like, that's a special feeling, that one, I tell you.
Yeah, it is. It's weird because, you know, at the same time it sucks, you kind of love it too. So
yeah. Exactly right. Even when you're fucking, he was buzzing over the top of the knuckle and all that there, it's like, oh, it feels a bit, but it's enjoyable. But just like, fucking just felt warm, like buzzing away and all that. You switch off and whatnot. But I remember even when he was doing this bit here and all around there, it was like fucking, it was quite tender there. Even up here, it was a bit iffy. But it's
some of that more tender skin. You know, it just gets to a point where it feels like they're just carving you up. But
all the toes. I haven't even thought about if I can get me toes though.
I think they do that shit in Guantanamo as torture.
The end was cake.
This hand was cake. Yeah. Now this shit hurt after a minute.
The legs suck. Full say.
Yeah.
Actually, funny as that, your good mate, back in the day, another apprentice when I was doing my trade, he got a big fucking hammerhead shark on his thigh. He said out of all his tattoos he got, that was the fucking one that hurt the most because it's all muscle and it was all black too. So he's fucking going over and over the same spot. And it was like, fuck. He said, you'll never get it on your thigh again, you know.
I had a buddy had one on his belly right here. I mean, it was big, man. It was this little court jester, sitting Indian style with some stuff in his hands there, and it was gnarly tattoo. But it was something like that. Yeah, he was sitting about like that, except he had some dice in his hands or something.
Try not to be a cunt.
Try not to be a cunt.
Exactly.
I think that's the whole basic principle of Buddhism. Try not to be a cunt.
Exactly right. Wise words.
Right.
Tattoos you tase yourself.
This guy's nuts.
I'll see him. He's all covered in them.
Yeah,
I remember one fellow once he goes in the jail and he comes out and goes, "Oh, you're tattooed," and he goes, "Yeah, well, there's not much else to do in there other than colour yourself in." So
right,
fucking right. Next one. What's the main thing to do on your bucket list?
As far as riding, or
I guess anything. Yeah. In general. Anything.
Yeah, I just want to travel more. That's it. Growing up small town, and just having I've always had an interest of a lot of broad things, but I want to see other countries, man. Yours, New Zealand. There's no. I guess my main bucket list trip would be, me and my brother-in-law has talked about this several times. We want to go do a ride through Europe. We want to start up in Finland and go all the way to Africa. So, if any of you guys watching want to start kicking in funds to fund that trip, feel free. But that one.
I think you need
that one would probably be
subs to do that anyway.
We'd have to donate kidneys, sell kidneys or something to fund that trip.
I can donate kidneys. I can't give them your liver because they're all pickled. So
I'd have to cut them a deal on mine too, probably.
Yeah. No, exactly right. Travel, definitely. That's like. Everyone's over you just to get the jab.
Right, exactly. Right now, this time it's kind of hard to even fathom that because everything's just so crazy shut down.
Well, we can't even organise a meetup here because it's fucking all the restrictions and that they got, and hopefully it will happen in October on the 4th, December on the 4th. and go down there, camp out there, and meet a few of the vloggers and everything, and get it all happening. So yeah, he's hoping.
And you guys, man, like you were saying before, all of you are spread so far apart. I'm sure it's kind of tough to pick a spot that's good for everybody, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Where I had picked was in Newcastle, and Newcastle's got an airport. So if they were flying in from Perth or Melbourne or all that, they can fly to Newcastle. Then from there, the caravan park or the campground is only fucking half hour, 40 minutes away if need to, or a car or whatever else if they plan or ride up. You know, it's just all. That's what I had planned, but now it's out west a bit more behind fucking Sydney and Central Coast. It's it's going to be good. It's a cafe and there's a camping area and all that there, and they sell alcohol and all that shit. So no BYA, which you can't. Doesn't matter. You got to support the cafe, and they're putting it on. So they're putting fire
absolutely.
There. It's what you do at a bike rally. So it'd be good to meet everyone. I think everyone just wants to get out. You know, like fucking go and mingle and say hi and see.
I can only imagine after the lockdowns you guys have had. I'll be clawing at the windows, fucking losing my shit.
I remember when we heard the news that we have to wear a mask and shit like that. I was like, fuck that, you know. Then it was only till about 2 weeks ago when Sydney they made it compulsory for New South Wales that we've had to wear them at work and going in the shops and all that here. And it's fucking annoying. But now it's an everyday thing. Like when you go shopping, like you got to throw your mask on. Like if you want to fucking get it all done right and fucking do everything properly and not get fucking fined for it. You know,
right.
They're getting fined here. Like if they're breaking the law and not doing what they're supposed to, it's up to $5,500 a fine. Like $5,000.
God almighty.
Yeah, and all these pricks are still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So here again is one of the advantages living small towns where I'm at. I haven't done the mask thing. Not fucking maybe twice, man. That's when I had to go to the doctor. Or dentist or something. I just haven't had to do it, you know, and really haven't had anything said to me because you know a lot of people here just don't give a fuck.
No,
you know, it's just people, especially here, man. It's a small country town. People live simply. You know, they keep to themselves, and you know, basically, they everybody looks at it like you're a grown ass adult to take care of yourself or don't. And
exactly.
That's kind of how everybody looks at it.
Right. The final question there, like future plans for your channel this year or keep an eye out for?
As far as the channel, you know, I've slowed way down. If anybody has been keeping up with it as far as putting out content, and you know, there's a few reasons behind that. You know, one, I got complacent because just wasn't feeling putting the videos together for a while. Wasn't feeling the shooting the stuff for a while.
You get into a rut. It's like even just going fishing. I'm not going to film it, but like I took a few photos and I might knock one up later because it's only going to be quick to do. But in like I said, I got all that full footage there. But the last thing I want to do is sit down for like 2 days and put all the shit together and for a 20-minute video, half-hour video, and then like you said, you only get 40 views or whatever anyway. But just to get the content to do that is just it is a big effort. But I got to be in the mood for it. I just can't fucking do it week out.
That and I get discouraged because sometimes I feel like I'm just making the same content over and over. And I don't want to do that either. But so you know, as far as the future channel, I'm going to keep filming when I think there's something worthy to share. I don't want to keep repeating and showing you the same stretch of the Blue Ridge Parkway or the back of the Dragon 20 times, you know. I've never been the review guy or the product guy. So even working on the bike, I'm not one for. I mean, I've even got my
and shit like that.
I've even got my own damn products out now and don't even pump that shit. So much less anybody else's.
I'm the same. Like everyone's supporting everyone, which I get it with t-shirts and all that. And I'm a screen printer myself, and I just couldn't be fucked printing it. Like it's just it's a big effort. Even doing that, it's a big effort. I haven't got enough ink and all that, so I've got to get stock in. I've got plenty of shirts there to do, like in the shed that I can print, but it's just, and I'd rather jump in the 4B and on the bike and go live, like fucking
right. And that's what it comes down to a lot, is how you want to spend your time, because we all work, we all have regular jobs. This is a hobby, something for fun, and if I go to beating them kind of hours in on this stuff, it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, so, and then I'm looking at other screen printers to do the shirt for me if I give them the artwork and the posies and all that to do. So all I got to do is put it on screen and paint it. I had one roll by after, and he goes, "Oh, it'll cost you $90 for this, that," and it ended up being like $90 for each shirt. And I look, and like being in the game, that's a fucking rip-off. So, but it's because you know how much shirts are. You've done all the work. All they've got to do is print it. So it's probably an hour worth of printing. Yet they're going to still sting you for fucking $60, $30 a shirt. Not what works out being $90 total for a screen and everything else. And one day I'll do it. I'm thinking about getting a plotter, which is a vinyl plotter to cut out stickers and cut out positives, so I can sort of steer myself back into doing a shirt every once in a while. But main thing is, like I said, I'm working on the 4B, decking the back out of it to finish the drawers off and doing it up, a bit of TLC. And then this thing here, I've got to respray the pipes. They're all a bit tattered to get a bit of TLC, and around the engine, got to blacken it out again because it's getting a bit weird. And that takes time. I'd rather do that than fucking print shirts at the moment.
Right. And that's the thing. It just comes down to, time management. And there's just not enough hours in the day to do all of it. And especially if you're, you got to provide for the family. So it's what it is.
It's like even now that I can do the live at this time and all that, and during the week, now that I've got the 2 extra days off, I can sort of steer myself to getting chores done, I suppose. Like the missus said, you got chores to do? Yeah, I know, but I
always find 6 other things to do before I do that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Probably shouldn't mow the lawn today, but I think I'll do that tomorrow because there's other shit I want to do to the car first. So I'll be doing that, I tell you. Oh, that's it, man. It's all done. Thanks very much.
It's good fun, man. I appreciate you having me on, dude. It's good to talk with you too. We hadn't caught up for a minute, so it's good to see you. And everybody in the side chat, man. Outback Outlaw. That's one guy I missed. He was over here and was about 3.5 hours away from me, and I
think that's when the COVID shit all started.
I couldn't get away from work to catch up with him. I hate that happened, but such is life, right?
No, exactly right. And it's a weird fucking world we're in at the moment.
Yeah, that was right when all that shit was hitting too. So
it is. That's when it first started. And I remember the poor bastard coughed up all that money to go over there on a holiday. Then they were in lockdown in their fucking apartment or whatever where they were staying, I remember. And then they had to fucking fly out and come home again. Like that would have thousands of fucking dollars just to been planning for a holiday, and then they had to sort of throw it away, fly over, and then fucking come back again.
Right. Yeah, that's our whole trip, I'm sure.
Exactly. Cut short and all that, but that's unfortunate. No worries, man. I think we'll call it at that. And,
all right, brother. Well, look, man, enjoy the rest of your Monday.
Yeah, we'll do. And what time is it there now?
It is 9 o'clock at night, 9 p.m.
So 9 p.m.
9:10. Yeah.
You can go and kick back, relax with the fam, or I can kick your shoes off.
Go tuck all them into bed and take over the TV.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Love you, bud. We'll holler at you.
See ya.
See ya.